नमस्कार।
This is Radio Nepal. I am Della Prasai with the news, the headlines first. Nepal Airlines plane carrying 254 Nepali nationals rescued from Israel arrives early this morning. CPN Maoist Centre's Indra Bahadur Angbo and Nepali Congress leader Kedar Karki stake claim for chief ministerial post in Koshi province. Prime Minister Pushpa Kamal Dahal Prachanda says government is ready to form high-level mechanism for improving country's economy. And Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu says difficult days await at the swearing-in of his new war cabinet. Now the news in detail. 254 Nepali nationals rescued from Israel have been brought home early this morning on a wide-body aircraft of the Nepal Airlines Corporation. The government officials, including Minister for Foreign Affairs N.P. South, had gone to Israel to bring them back to the country. Talking to the media at the Trivandrum International Airport after the rescue flight, Minister South said 254 of the 503 Nepalis who wanted to return to Nepal from Israel have been brought in this rescue flight, and the remaining ones would also be brought soon. According to him, 54 Nepalis who requested to be relocated from risky areas have been shifted to a safe zone in Israel. Minister South added that 4 Nepali citizens were injured in the attack by Hamas militants in the southern part of Israel, and one among them had returned to Nepal after treatment. Another one had been discharged from the hospital, while 2 others were receiving treatment in a hospital in Israel. Minister South informed search is continuing for Bipin Joshi, who has gone missing following the attack. The Minister for Foreign Affairs said 10 Nepali students who had gone to Israel from the Far West University of Nepal were killed in the attack by the Hamas group, and coordination is being established with the government of Israel to bring their bodies to Nepal. Minister South mentioned that the government will make arrangements for bringing home the remaining Nepalis who could not be brought at this time due to some reason, as regular commercial flights are also being operated from Tel Aviv at present. The Minister for Foreign Affairs has thanked the media and media persons, the government of Israel and the government of Nepal, the Embassy of Israel in Nepal, and the Embassy of Nepal in Israel, and the members of the flight crew who helped in the rescue of Nepali nationals, and expressed their solidarity in this. Nepal police had kept 3 buses on standby at the airport to take the rescued Nepalis to various destinations. According to the statistics of the ministry, there are currently 265 Nepali students studying in Israel and about 4,500 working in various professions and sectors. The 265 Nepali students went to Israeli government-funded Learn and Earn program. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs has stated that the bodies of all the deceased will be brought to Nepal as soon as possible after the due procedures are completed. 2 candidates have staked their claim for the post of Chief Minister of Koshi Province before the province chief. As per the consensus among the top leaders of the ruling parties in Kathmandu yesterday, CPN Maoist Centre's Province Parliamentary Party leader Indra Bahadur Angbo has claimed the stake for the post. Similarly, Nepali Congress leader Kedar Karki, showing dissatisfaction over the top leader's decision, also staked the claim for the chief ministerial post, garnering support of 39 lawmakers of the CPN-UML and 8 dissatisfied Nepali Congress lawmakers. Prime Minister Pushpa Kamal Dahal Prachanda has said the government is ready to form a high-level mechanism for addressing problems seen in the country. Addressing the national economic debate organized by the Federation of Nepalese Chambers of Commerce and Industry in Kathmandu yesterday, Prime Minister Dahal said the government was ready to form the mechanism as proposed by the private sector. Stating that the government is about to take a bold decision for economic reforms, Prime Minister Dahal pointed that improvement of the overall economy would not be possible through minor operation. The Prime Minister said the government would restructure the nation's economy through the next fiscal year's annual policies and programs. Finance Minister Dr. Prakash Sharan Mahath, who is in Morocco to participate in the World Bank's annual meeting, has urged the Korean companies to invest in Nepal. The Finance Ministry said in a meeting with the Deputy Prime Minister and Finance Minister of Korea, Chu Kyung-ho, yesterday. Minister Mahath urged the Korean companies also to mobilize their capital in investments in Nepal, saying it was an appropriate opportunities for them. He informed his Korean counterpart that the government is effortful to further facilitating the private sector investment through the current fiscal year's budget. The finance minister also urged the Korean government to support Nepal in capacity development through concessional loans and grants for building the tourism infrastructures. The Korean Deputy Prime Minister and Finance Minister said that the Korea is ready to provide assistance for the development of infrastructure in Nepal. A report on the bill designed to amend some acts related to prevention of money laundering and promotion of business environment has been tabled in the Parliament. Chairperson of Law, Justice and Human Rights Commission Bimla Subedi presented the report in yesterday's House of Representatives meeting prepared by the committee after holding close-wise discussion. The bill was sent to the committee after a proposal for sending it for close-wise discussion was passed in the meeting held on the 28th of April. Minister for Law, Justice and Parliamentary Affairs Thanraj Gurung had presented the proposal in the meeting held on the 22nd of May. The committee has prepared the report by holding discussion with stakeholders about the bill after forming 11-member subcommittee. You're listening to Radio Nepal 8 AM English News Bulletin. We continue with the international updates now. Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has told Parliament that difficult days await at the swearing-in of his new war cabinet. Meanwhile, Israel says the siege of Gaza would not end until Israeli hostages are released. Energy Minister Israel Katz said no electricity, fuel or humanitarian aid will enter into Gaza until Hamas releases all captives. U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken, during his short trip in Israel for talks with senior officials, vowed unending U.S. support for Israel during a visit to the country. According to the BBC, at least 150 hostages were taken into Gaza during Hamas' deadly attacks on Israel at the weekend that killed 1,300 people. At least 4 people were killed and many others injured after 21 coaches of a passenger train derailed in the eastern Indian state of Bihar. The Xinhua news agency cited officials as saying the accident took place Wednesday night at the Raghunathpur railway station, about 96 kilometers west of Patna, the capital city of Bihar. Local media reports quoting officials said over 80 people were injured in the accident. Now the general weather forecast for the country for today. Forecasting division says the weather is likely to be partly to generally cloudy in the hilly areas of Koshi province, Bagmati province and Gandaki province, and partly cloudy to mainly fair in the rest of the country. Light rain or thunder and lightning is likely to occur at 1 or 2 places of hilly regions of Koshi province, Bagmati province and Gandaki province. Kathmandu's weather report now: maximum temperature of 27.2 degrees Celsius and minimum temperature of 16 degrees Celsius. For this news, we have come to the end of this bulletin, but before we wrap up the headlines once again. Nepal Airlines plane carrying 254 Nepali nationals rescued from Israel arrives early this morning. CPN Maoist Sentu Singh Durbar Angbo and Nepali Congress leader Kedar Kark stake claim for chief ministerial post in Koshi province. Prime Minister Pushpa Kamal Dahal Prachanda says the government is ready to form high-level mechanism for improving country's economy. And Israel Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu says difficult days await at the swearing-in of his new war cabinet. Well, that's all that we have for this edition. Our next English news edition is 2 in the afternoon. You can also listen to us online at our website www.radionepal.gov.np for more news and online programs. Stay tuned, stay safe and have a good day.